Well, hey, B. It's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey. Welcome back to yet another quick chat. We about to talk about these Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all know that the new season is going to be dropping on this Sunday, so I am definitely looking forward to the girls to entertain us fully. They have already started. The mess, the drama has already started. Okay, I want to start with Miss Ashley Darby because I got a chance to see like a sneak peek of what's to come in the first episode or whatnot. And girl, Ashley don't know what the hell going on with her and Michael. Y'all know she had that prenup. She says the prenup is no longer valid, whatever that means, because I think in order to for the prenup to be honored or whatever, they had to be married within what 5 years and something had to have happened or whatever. But they've been married for 8 years, so I feel like the prenup may go away at this point. So whatever happens, she might be owed half of his stuff. Who knows? We'll find out more details when we end up checking out the season. But we do know that Ashley is owed something, all right? Outside of just them kids. Of course, she probably gonna get the child support and stuff. But she also said that she don't pay for nothing. So that right there is grounds to say that Michael, should they divorce, is also going to have to pay this lady spousal support. Now, unless she requests that he doesn't, or he requested and the judge honors it or whatever, but it's like, yeah, she said she ain't pay for nothing. He paid for everything. Then she goes on to talk about, first of all, she said she would never tell nobody how much he makes. She'll just say that he does well for himself. Okay. Basically, Michael got a whole lot of money. Okay. Because if she tell y'all how much Michael making, then y'all might know just how much she got too. And she don't need y'all dipping it and doing it in her pockets, knowing just how much money she got as well. Okay. Now we are learning that I believe they're getting a house together, right? They're supposed to be getting a house together. She's breaking this news to her family. And as she's breaking this news, my face started looking like the mama and the uncle. Like, I'm so confused, like, what is happening here, right? So they were asking her, when it comes to the house, whose name is it going to be in? And she said something like, first of all, since they don't have a prenup anymore, I believe they're supposed to be drafting up a proposal or something. And so the uncle asked, like, okay, so who's drafting this up? Number one, why you got a lawyer? She's like, no. He's like, okay, you gonna get a lawyer? She has yet to even do research on getting a lawyer. It's like, Ashley, are you really trying to divorce Michael, or is this just a part of the storyline for this particular season? Let your girl know, okay? Now, in addition to that, Miss Ashley goes on to say, yeah, he's working on the proposal. So it's like, you ain't got no lawyer, but you got Michael working on this stuff. Okay, Ashley, we gonna let you do what it is you do because that's just how you is. So, what about the housing situation? Okay, so it seems like they are getting a house or something, but what's gonna happen is the house is going to go into the name of an LLC because that's what her mama asked. Like, girl, is the house going to be in Michael's name? And she's like, oh, we're gonna get like an LLC. And the uncle said, listen, girl, I'm confused, and I'm over here with the uncle. Like, I am lost. Okay, because he said, girl, are you getting a divorce or are you creating a business? And I said, exactly. I could see if they probably put the house in a trust, but why are you putting the house in an LLC? Let me know those type of details because I don't really know how that work. You know what I'm saying? Where it's giving some type of crook and scam or something that I need to probably be aware of, putting the house in an LLC. So that's the plan. But my thing is this with the LLC, Ashley, basically what you letting us know is that Michael's name is going to be on the LLC. Therefore, he's still going to own the home. Yikes. So this is going, let me, y'all, this clip was a minute and some change. Just this clip alone for me was juicy. When I say it's going to be a very good season, I just truly believe the girls are going to bring it because I'm like, girl, I'm all in your business, Ashley. And I appreciate you being so open with your business because I'm all in it. We going to help you figure this thing out when it comes to this divorce with Michael, okay? If we can get around some of the damn confusion that you got out there, okay? Living with your husband, even though you're trying to get a divorce from him, which you really should go on and have your own place because it ain't like Michael finna do the most and help you with these kids and all that stuff for real, because we already saw that you're gonna be crying, saying that you feeling like you a single mama or whatever. So it's like, well, Ashley, you just lost in the sauce, girl. But you're gonna figure it out. Okay. So either way, honey. Now, Miss Mia, let's talk about Miss Mia. Miss Mia actually, there's a few things going on with Mia, but before we get to what she put over there on her social media, because Miss Girl giving out cryptic messages and stuff, I want to talk real quick about an interview that she did. I believe she did this interview with Page Six, and she kind of talks about throwing that martini in the face of Miss Wendy. And it seems like she may be regretting it. I just want to check out some of what the article's saying. Okay. Real Housewives of Potomac star Mia Thornton isn't proud of throwing a martini in Dr. Wendy Osefo's face in the upcoming season. However, Mia insists in an exclusive interview with Page Six that she was provoked during the explosive scene. Girl, we gonna see. We gonna see now. You done already threw some salad, girl. Now here it is. You know, through the martini, honey. I want y'all to be in the uproar like y'all have been with Candiace. Okay. She goes on to say, I would just say sometimes people talk too much, teasing at what led up to the drink being tossed. So because somebody was, talking too much, you not even in your face from what it looks like, you just decided you finna throw the martini. Well, we're gonna have to see whether or not you was really in the right or if you was all the way in the wrong as the season plays out. Okay. She says, despite her reasoning, the CEO is notably remorseful, okay, for her actions. She says, I do not think anybody deserves to have a glass thrown in their face. I'm not perfect. She says, I make mistakes. Yes, everybody does. She says, I have this thing with food and now I got this thing with food, honey. She says, I have this thing with food and it flying in the air clearly. Okay. And she's referencing when she threw that salad when her and Candiace got into it last season. All right. She goes on to say, listen, I'm working on tossing things. Okay. I'm working on that. Last year was food. This time it's the martini. I don't know what it's going to be next year. It might be some pizza or something. I don't know, but I'm working on that. This is what Mia's saying. She says, I immediately go into this like, oh my gosh, Mia, no one deserves to have anything thrown at them. Like, that's real rude. I will own that. She says, self accountability 101. It's not the nicest thing to do to anybody. And this is given that Wendy is trying to get ahead of it. Okay. She's trying to get ahead of the backlash that she's probably going to get for throwing this martini on Wendy. And let me tell y'all why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm looking at a screenshot of Mia literally dousing this drink onto Wendy, right? And actually, let me see if I can share my screen just so I can show you guys what it is that I'm looking at because I just find it so comical because the person that's funny to me is Miss Karen Huger. All right? Karen Huger is the funny person to me because it looks like Miss Girl didn't flinch. She didn't do anything. She just sat there the whole time just looking as her good girl Wendy gets this damn drink doused in her face. I cannot take it. I can't. Okay. So that's why I'm laughing, guys. But let's go ahead and see what else she had to say before I go ahead and shut this down. Is there anything else? Osefo has called the beverage hurl unwarranted. Okay, according to Miss Wendy feels like it was unwarranted, and even categorized it as a play for a memorable housewives moment. Definitely gonna be a housewives moment. Okay. Definitely so. What else we have here? Well, I am a housewife, so I don't look for housewives moments. Okay, at least that's what Miss Mia is saying. She don't look for housewives moments. Yes, you do, Miss Mia. Mia, why you just don't own it and accept the fact that, girl, it's a housewife moment. Like, there's nothing wrong with having moments. Nene has had moments. Portia's had moments. Phaedra has had moments. Sheree still having a moment, girl. It's everybody. It's okay. It's a part of the game. You just be trying to something don't be right with the comprehension sometimes because you just be disagreeing with everything. Something not right with it. Okay. Let's see what else we got. She says everybody has their own viewpoint on situations. All I have to say is tune in, see how it really plays out. I beg to disagree with Wendy, but she is entitled to her own opinion. Okay. So we're gonna see exactly how this thing plays out between the ladies. It looks like there is more. She says it hurts because it's something that I can't necessarily do anything about. You immediately start to go into this spiral of, okay, how do I fix it? Question mark. How do I make sure that I remain mentally strong enough to not allow someone to judge me based off of my physical exterior? Hmm. She says, because there's so much more to Mia inside that I don't want people to forever look at me and say, oh, she has all these acne scars, XYZ. So pretty much she's talking about, her face and stuff like that. And the things people have to say, because I do believe that one of the ladies, Dr. Oselfo, called her a crater face BIT in that trailer. So that's what Mia is talking about. She says that hurts her and she wants people to look at her interior versus looking at her exterior. But girl, how they did it in the clip now, how they did it in the trailer, it sounds like you threw that drink on that lady first, then she called you a crater face BIT. That's what it sounds like, but I'm gonna go back and watch it and check it out. But girl, the ladies are on fire already right out the gate, and I'm looking forward to the new season. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and who you think. Do you think Mia really gonna be in the wrong for doing what she did? You know what I'm saying? Or do you feel like she's gonna be in the right because you think Dr. Winnie just talked too much in general? Let me know in the comments down below. But let's go ahead and move on because I wanted to get to some things that Mia put up on her page. Okay. Y'all know that they do have a chiropractic company. And it seems like the company may have gotten snatched from up under Miss Mia because she took to social media to make these very cryptic posts. Okay. So I do want to talk about exactly what these posts is saying. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first post is saying this: please pray for my family. Gordon's brothers, who he trusted to support and carry on the family legacy, has recently revoked his access to the company bank account while we were out of the country. Girl, that is some messy stuff. I've since learned that my salary will no longer continue past this next payroll cycle due to my unwavering loyalty to Gordon. The thought that the person who Gordon selected to run our empire and who he thought would be the one to care for me and the kids has now manipulated the organizational structure and robbed us of everything we own. Wow. She says Gordon and I built this company from the ground up and brought on family members since 2013. Never would we think that after a decade of building generational wealth and opportunities would end up being taken from us overnight. If you can't trust family, who can you trust? My heart is completely empty. Wow, that is really sad, y'all. She also goes on to say, dear me, I know you are scared, but you can handle this. Love me. Now, she also goes on and she puts up a caption. So let's get into this caption. The caption says, sorry, loves, been going through it. Life at times feels impossible. At the joint chiropractic company, that's the one she's referencing, she says, I'm not giving up on you all. I will fight this fight and regain my power. She says, just want to let you all know because I love seeing our Real Housewives of Potomac fans in our offices, but I won't be running into you all for a little bit. I don't even feel comfortable recommending you to continue to visit without having a direct influence on the operations. Although, please know I will forever value you and I appreciate your love and support. I've never experienced such pain. I practically birthed these clinics, so I'm feeling defeated right now. God has been preparing me for the ultimate fight of my life. Hashtag breaking the chain. Hashtag general wealth. She says, I just can't give up now. I've come too far. That's what Miss Mia says, right? Well, somebody that seems to be related to Miss Mia got in the comments, right? And this person ended up saying, she says, but you won't tell the whole truth though. And then she put sleeping emojis. Girl, no the hell. Child. So then Mia ended up responding to some other people in the chat and she says, agreed. Like, actually, hold on one second because Mia said something else to this young woman, I do believe, first. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, I don't have it. I don't have it. Okay, so let's just keep going. All right. So then Mia responds to this woman. She says, agreed. Like what? Gordon is fast and ambitious to the 20th power, brilliant beyond measure, and moves faster than most can keep up. He's 70, so wanted to take a backseat and allow his family to run the family business, but did not intend for this to mean employing lazy children. She says, with his 40 plus years of running successful franchise organizations and my 13 plus years, removing the engine is not the best business move. We were building a business with the direct mission to build Black generational wealth, all of which must be earned and not given. Invited the family to join in, but not a place for lazy, entitled, spoiled children. Then she goes on to add this young woman. She says, this is Brittany Yvonne's issue. She's defending her lazy cousins because they were under a poor performance review and getting let go. So their dad manipulated the rest of the ownership group to convince them that Gordon is not suitable to remain in control of the company. Thus, waiting until the day before his birthday, when he was out of pocket celebrating his 70th birthday, to revoke access. Keep it 100, Queen. Okay, so that's what Miss Mia said, and I'm sitting over here like, wow, girl, what in the family business television show is this? Girl, this is giving BET Plus activity. I can't even say Lifetime, girl, because it's really a lot of black folks. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely giving BET Plus, BET, Tyler Perry content for sure. All right. So I'm like, girl, y'all need to write a little book or a little story, turn this into like a little screenplay or something. Not your husband building up this company only for the family to snatch it up under y'all, girl. I know Miss Mia going through it because that was always her claim to fame, honey. She's a CEO. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Girl, I made 500,000. I made 450,000. I made this. I made that. And now the company that got snatched from up under her. Girl, and I'll be pressed too because I'm sure that was her bread and butter. That's how they was taking care of everything. And I think that is so messed up for family to do that. And so, Mr. Gordon, girl, and to Miss Mia, girl, not them to snatch you from your position, honey. You better make sure that you give this season. Because if you don't have the joint chiropractic, hopefully you'll still have Real Housewives of Potomac. So you better hope and pray they don't let you go, honey. I really hate that for them. You know, but the girl was out there telling her, like, girl, but you still ain't saying anything. And Brittany Yvonne was all up in Mia's comments, honey. But you still ain't saying that. You still ain't talking about it. You still ain't giving nobody nothing. So, girl, I don't even know what to say. Okay. I just hate that Miss Mia is going through that. I mean, I do feel like she was being hella cryptic, but she pretty much gave it. Once I went back and I read the main thing she said, which is pray for my family. She pretty much broke down everything that happened. Gordon trusted somebody in the family. They turned around and slighted them, especially once they found out that some of the family members was about to be laid off. So that's on messy Miss Mia. I wonder if we're gonna see that play out this season or next season, okay? Or are you getting a jump start on your storyline? Just let the people know, honey. We're gonna be tuned in either way, okay? Now I want to go ahead and move on and talk about Miss Candiace and Miss Gizelle. Let's get into this article here because it's a lot. Okay, Gizelle did an article. I believe it was with Reality Blur, but then Miss Candiace turned around and did an interview with Carlos King. So girl, it was a lot, a whole lot of. Okay, a whole lot of. So they're saying Real Housewives of Potomac Candiace Diller accuses Gizelle Bryant of being very flirty with husband Chris. Okay, slams her as total garbage is what Candiace calls Gizelle. Okay, and Gizelle says that Candiace didn't appreciate her when she was over there feuding with Monique. So let's get into this article and what Miss girl had to say. Okay, let's see here. Recently, all right, we talked about that. So in an interview with Hollywood Life, that's what she did this interview with. Gizelle was asked if she views the Monique drama differently in light of her new issues with Candiace. When Candiace does the Real Housewives, I'm sorry, when she does the Carlos King interview, she talked about Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. While on that girls trip, she and Gizelle got into it a lot. She said it was a lot of arguing. If she wasn't arguing with Gizelle, she was going at it with Miss Portia. So she definitely talked about that. Okay. So that's what they're talking about when they say these new issues, not just so much as, the accusations that were made about Chris, but also the stuff that came from this Thailand trip. So they were definitely getting into it. So we'll see how that's going to play out. So they asked her if her mind has changed or her perspective has changed when it came to the fight that Candiace had with Monique. So Gizelle says, what does change my perspective of that whole fallout was I found out later that because, I was very team Candiace about that, she didn't appreciate it or care one way or the other. So as a friend of mine, I'm like, wait a minute, I was riding for you and she couldn't care less. And I'm Gizelle, I can't let you lie like that. Yes, you was right. You was Team Candiace, but you were not Team Candiace as a friend. You were a Team Candiace you were Team Candiace as a foe to Monique because you did not like Monique and you saw that as a great opportunity to get her up off the table and align yourself with Candiace. But make no mistakes about it, you never cared for her for real, for real. Like, let's be honest there, okay? So they also go on to say the 52-year-old claimed Candiace's lack of gratitude was hurtful to her, and it made her reevaluate the friendship. Gizelle shared that her friendship with the singer is worse than it's ever been. I bet it is because Candiace not going to spare your mother. Do you hear what I say? See, this whole time she been playing along to get along with you. And finally, she's waking the hell up. Wake up. Come into the light, Caroline. She's coming into the light. All right. So she says 100% yeah with the no turnaround. All right. So I guess no turnaround meaning whatever friendship Candiace had with Gizelle is DEAD. All right. And I'm glad that Candiace at least has Wendy there, because I can see all of the other ladies pretty much trying to turn on Candiace. You know what I'm saying? So at least she got Wendy that's going to have her back and hold her down, girl. Okay. So she also addressed the drama concerning Candiace's husband. She says Chris was doing the most. And you know, sometimes guys do things and they think it's okay. And until you say, hey, this isn't okay, they don't know. But ultimately, their wife needs to know. So he was informed and that went left. So what she says, so you all will see how that plays out. She says, I can say that he just has some inappropriate behavior that might be okay for some women to interact with him that way. That's not his wife. But we find out that it's not okay. If a woman ever says this is not okay, then you just got to eat it. You got to accept it. All right. Now, after the interview was released, they said Candiace took to Twitter to share her thoughts. Okay. And this is what Miss Candiace had to say. Candiace says, let's be honest. You are no friend. She says, let's be honest. You are no one's friend. You come, collect a check, and go home to those purple walls. The small part of me that did want to believe weren't total. What, Candiace? The small part of me that did want to believe that you weren't a total garbage woke up when you decided to get creative with my husband. Okay. She also goes on to say, and don't insult my intelligence with this BS victimization that you pulled out of your hind part at 5 o'clock today. It's a it's as believable as absent your storylines. Okay, it's as believable as your storylines, which are absent because she does not have any. This is what Miss Candiace had to say about Gizelle. Okay, once she got wind of this interview that Gizelle did. Now let's go ahead and see what more was said. Okay, this is what Candiace actually ended up saying in this particular. She did a sit down with Carlos King, and I'm actually gonna play that for you guys. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Like, okay, let's switch it over here. Let's switch it over here. Give me 1 second. Switch back over to me, and then let's share a new screen with you guys so you can check out what Miss Candiace had to say for the people that did not hear it, honey. Let me see if I could blow this up and give y'all a bit of audio.
Because, like, Gizelle is very flirty with Chris. And back with Gizelle. Oh. And this happens in front of me. And it has never given me pause or made me feel threatened in any kind of way, because Chris does not want Gizelle's 50-year-old puss. Why would he want that when he has this? So it also just kind of gave me, okay, this is excess flirtatious energy coming from a woman who doesn't have that at home. This is just something that she does. Gizelle has a history, and there's a reputation there of her being fast. So, I see her flirting with Chris, and it's like, oh, po thing. He may be attracted. She's a beautiful woman. I'm attracted to Gizelle. She's a beautiful woman.
Like, she is a beautiful woman. Gizelle's gorgeous. Okay? Yes, I agree.
Listen, she's beautiful, but a shell is a shell, okay? And shells often have funky insides, and that's.
All right, so y'all just heard it, girl. Y'all just heard what Miss Candiace had to say about that situation. Not them flirting in front of you, because I did get a chance to check out that interview that Candiace did with Carlos. Okay, she talked about how they flirt with each other in her face, and it never really made her feel away or anything. So I'm like, okay, then, but what you allow is what will continue, and you allowed it so much that now we at this place where this woman is using this against you. You know what I'm saying? She had to come for you one way or the other. And this is where we are. But Chris, I hope that you just not that damn friendly. Don't be like Michael, honey. Don't be that damn friendly. See, you thought that you and Gizelle was cool, then you thought that y'all was that cool. Y'all weren't cool like that. You thought I was feeling you? That munch. Like, that's what it was given. Like, as soon as she got the opportunity to clown you and comfort y'all. That's exactly what it was she was gonna do, and that's exactly what it is that she did. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, that happens. What else did we learn in this interview with Carlos and Candiace? Candiace talked about how she pretty much prayed for this opportunity to be on Real Housewives of Potomac, and then a year later she got that opportunity and she ended up booking the show. So there's that. She also talked about how she doesn't really see herself being a staple in the show because at any moment she could be laid off because the entertainment industry is so fickle. So she every year she thinks that she could possibly not get a contract. She doesn't think that she's going to stay forever, right? But she also says that what she is going to continue to do is use this platform as a way to catapult her to the next thing, right? She has her album that she's working on. She's been going on tour and stuff. She's been acting. So exactly what she's trying to use this platform for, Miss Girl is doing it because once this is over with, then what else you got going on? So shout out to everybody out here figuring out their lane and doing something. Okay. What else? She talked about, the question was asked whether or not she forgives Monique. That was a question. And she says that, well, I've already forgiven Monique because I did that for myself. Okay. Yeah, for my salvation. Like, yes, I have forgiven her, but as far as us being friends in the future, I can't be friends with a person that's delusional in mindset. And that's what Miss Candiace says. So no, they will not be friends ever again. I don't think that Monique is bothered to not be her friend. But Candiace is just like, nah, this lady continues to do interviews and calls me a child to this day. And her recant of events never makes sense. It changes from here to there. So Candiace is like, nah, I'm good. And Carlos was clear to say, listen, a lot of people think that I don't like you because I got Monique on the show, but then it got nothing to do with it. Listen, whatever beefs housewives have with each other has absolutely nothing to do with me. So keep me out this. Basically, all right. He's gonna support both of them either way it go. Just don't include him in the madness. Okay. She talks about Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, as I've already told you guys. She's gonna be getting into it a lot with Gizelle, and then some of it's gonna also be with Portia. She says that Portia is something else, but make no mistakes about it, because she, as in Candiace, is also something else. So I can't wait to see the interactions there. And I'm sure like Candiace is going to feel like, ganged up on, possibly, because Portia's going to try to show a bit of loyalty to her good girl, Gizelle, and also the fact that she was friends or still is friends with Monique. So that's going to be interesting. What else? She says that she was shocked that she and Gizelle were actually chosen because the network seems to really just push Gizelle and Karen. So she didn't think that she would be one of the people that were considered for Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. But for them to consider her, I just felt like y'all did it to definitely be messy. Y'all knew what y'all was doing. Y'all saw it in the eyes that we saw it. That's why y'all put that lady up there on that platform. Okay. And of course, she goes in to speak on Gizelle and drags Gizelle and, the allegations that she's making towards her husband and everything. So, yeah, it was a cute little interview or whatnot for what it was. But the girls are giving right out the gate. And I'm definitely, tuned in and I'm enjoying it. I want to know what you guys think. Okay. Let me know your thoughts overall about everything that I talked about today on the quick chat, honey. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.